Hey Revs fans, I'm Elizabeth Pehota. Welcome to this week's edition of Hometown Heroes. We have some special guests joining us today. Shashwat Ghevde and his teammates from Andover High School. During this pandemic, they've been working together on a special project, putting together PPE and face shields via a 3D printer.
This is the main component piece that he's been printing, as well as some of the other families. And Davis has been printing these ear savers. We've all been helping out with these plastic face shields, which we've been using transparency sheets that I guess before like the computers and technology monitors came out, like schools used to use like these overhead projectors. So we figured out we might as well use those clear transparency sheets.
What inspired you to use a 3D printer to produce face shields for frontline workers during this time?
At the end of March, when the whole PPE shortage began to make headlines in New York and across the country, I personally reached out to two administrators at our school, Mr. Chinosi, Stephen Chinosi, who's the head director of strategic innovation for the town of Andover, as well as our assistant principal, Mr. Darlington. And initially my thought was, is there any way I can help out the elderly or just some way in the pandemic, whether that be delivering groceries or such. But due to the coincidence with PPE shortages across the country, they suggested that we have 3D printers at the high school and you guys might as well get started on some face shields or the N95 masks. And we eventually settled on making face shields.
Besides Davis, everyone here is on the Andover High School science team. So that's how we really know each other, and that's how we already had this like kind of pre-made group to start with the face mask production.
We found a design from the source that from an online source, and from this source we took this file and transferred it into an STL file, from which then 3D printer can read it.
Basically, we've split up the printers between me, Davis, Shaw, Steven, as well as the other families. So the families that have been printing the headbands for us have been doing it in bigger chunks, so in batches of 50 to 60 at a time for us, which has been very helpful. But we have been printing the smaller parts, like the ear savers that Davis has, the reinforcement pieces that Duncan has been printing, and Shashwat has also been printing some of the headbands. And then me, Rishi, have been assembling the face shields themselves.
Can you put it on?
Yeah, so let me get a couple of rubber bands. So that's about it.
How long does it take to put together one face shield?
The large blue part on Pratik's head on the top takes around 5 hours, which takes the longest out of all of them. So you could say it takes 5 hours to make each one, but various other parts take less than an hour. So it's basically really slow due to one part.
Where are all of these face shields that you all are 3D printing going?
So our first shipment went to the North Andover Fire Department, and then our first shipment to like a hospital or a health facility went to Lawrence General. That's really just like the next town away from us. And then we started developing connections with other people.
How many face shields have you produced in total to this date?
So overall, we've produced about 650 and counting onwards. So we've also sent some to Mass General. And recently we had a couple hospitals from North Carolina reach out to us from just the initiative that we started. And they mentioned that they haven't been getting any PPE, just I guess from the national level for their hospital. So they reached out to us and we were like, we might as well help as many people and as far as we can. So that's been very gratifying for us.
Helping people, I think, is something that we all love doing, and especially creating something, using our own mind and working as a team to help the less fortunate during this time. It just makes us feel so good. I'm actually so grateful for the local pro soccer team, New England Revolution. Like I've been to a few games myself, and I think it's amazing how they accepted my request of reaching out and sort of making this a bit bigger than it actually is. I think it's incredible for me and, of course, for the team.
All right, guys. Well, I think that about does it for today's interview. Thank you so much for joining us. We are also very proud of the work that you guys are doing. It's incredible that you've put this time to good use and you're creating these face shields for people who really need them. Continue all the good work and know that the New England Revolution community honors you this week as our hometown heroes.